What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode with your boy Phrankleen. So, today is about immigration matters. Okay, let's wait for a few people to come online. If you're watching this as a playback, this is a live video. If you can see me, say hello. Hi, Abby 71200. I'm good, thanks. Right. So, today's session is going to be about immigration and the latest update with the UK immigration. Okay, so it's going to be a brief one. Thank you for stopping by. As I said, if you're watching as a playback, my name is Phrankleen. I'm the brain behind this platform, and it's a platform where I talk about pretty much everyday topics that span across our lives. Very eclectic. Okay, so a few episodes ago, which I'm gonna link once this live video is done. David Osilaja, how you doing, bro? Thank you for joining. Um, I made a video telling people, for those of you that were, frustrated that when you come to the UK, you pay thousands of, pounds for education, and then people expect to be able to then blend into the society and try to put their certificates into good use. So, long story short, people expect that once they've paid into the UK, educational system, they should be able to reap. Sally, send an email. Look in my description and send an email to me, man. They should be able to, reap the benefits of studying in the UK. But one of the fundamental problems with most African students, Nigerians, and any other African countries, people come here based on assumptions. A lot of people don't pay attention to, what the current immigration rules are. I'm going to pause quickly. What happened to your cooking videos? I've got over 100 cooking videos on my channel. I've got a playlist for my cooking videos. Well, I haven't done much of cooking videos lately because I've been focused on the talk show. But I'm a foodie. I will always be a foodie. Food is my first love, and I will always share recipes. But at some point, I'll definitely make more cooking videos. Okay, so let's crack on. So as I was saying, most international students, I've seen so many. They come here, they don't pay attention. They come here based on assumption, and this is what I say to people: ignorance can never be an excuse, particularly on this side of the world. So people pay thousands of pounds, and then they expect, I've paid all that money for 3 years or whatever, and then they're not allowing me to do this. Nah. So as I said in the previous episodes, several episodes ago, the UK is designed in such a way that they cater to their own interest. Their interest comes first, not ours, not you and me, not international students, not Nigeria's interest, not Cameroon, not Ghanaians' interest. So you need to bear that in mind. Anyway, the latest update is the UK government has now returned to the pre-2012 policy that Theresa May, who was the then Home Secretary, called too generous. So I'm going to read something out to you, and then I'll talk about, my own stuff, and then we crack on. So basically, what's international students are now to be offered a 2-year work visa after graduating from a British university. The government will announce overturning a key plan of Theresa May's restrictive immigration policies. Current graduates with bachelor's or master's degrees are allowed to look for work for only 4 months. And as you know, 4 months is nothing. By the time you finish and you've graduated, you get your certificates and all that, the 4 months is gone. And 99.9% of the times, you're not going to get anything from any employer. So most people leave here heartbroken. The new law takes effect from next year. Okay. So it's a return to the policy that was scrapped by the government back in 2012, which is over what? So over 7 years ago, man. Hey, what's up, B? The wife is online. Victoria, what's up, baby? I see you. So, the education secretary said the important contribution international students make to our country and universities is both cultural and economic. Their presence benefits Britain. Yeah, right. Which is why we've increased the period of time the students can remain in the UK after their studies. Okay, I'm gonna put a link in the description once ah daddy once I'm done with this. So let me just cut the chase, right? Let me just cut the chase. So, some of you are aware there is Brexit. You know, the UK is they've got Brexit going on. So, basically, all that arrogance, and this is what I keep saying to people: educate yourself. And I made videos in the past. Once I'm done with this live videos, I'm gonna put link to, because I've made list of other schools you can go to for those of you that want to come study abroad. But now, yeah, then they do younger, they were flexing. But with Brexit coming, this is what I'm telling people. This country is designed. They cater to their own interest. So because they are crashing out of, the EU, and which is more than likely going to happen on the 31st of October, they are preparing themselves because the university students, in fact, the university system of the UK, they make their monies from international students, but they've been very arrogant. The government have been very pompous and very arrogant, and it's like, oh, we don't need you, we don't want you staying here. Give us your money, get your studies. That's the door. Use it. So they've realized that, hang on, because now UK is now running from pillar to post, trying to secure deals on how to improve their economies and stuff. The educational system, the university system is suffering, has been suffering, and the universities, the professors, the lecturers, and everyone has been screaming and shouting. So they've realized that they're suffering. So now they've gone back to the drawing board and they thought, okay, you know what? That policy that we revoked in 2012, let's bring it back to the table. Now, let me tell you something. It's always a game for this part of the world, and I hope Africa can just learn lessons to build Africa and build our own infrastructure. um yeah. So you want to change your name to Victoria? I recognize Victoria when I see her, man. Don't bother changing your name to my wife's name. That's creepy, man. Anyway, as I was saying, so the whole idea is they will give this 2 years, which means it allows people to then be able to get work and be able to you know blend into the society, and I'm telling you there will be further changes, because then they would allow you to they would allow more foreigners to get into the system, because you get jobs, then you start working, you pay taxes and all that, you contribute to their system. They can strengthen their economy, because I'm guessing in the first few years of getting out of the EU, there's going to be a bit of what's it called there's going to be a bit of turbulence in the UK economy. So they're trying to basically find their feet and make sure they get as many deals on the table, as many streams of income for the economy. It makes sense. So for those of you that, there's something about people wanting to come to the UK and um, come and study abroad and all that stuff, there you have it. So from 2020, international students can then, get that 2 years, and hopefully, and I think from what I read, they've kind of softened up a little bit now. So basically, you would now be able to then hopefully find your way and see how you can, blend into the system and navigate through the immigration system, and hopefully find your feet. Do you have an idea about those who have already studied and left? If you've already studied and left, um, that doesn't apply to you. Only if you want to apply for a fresh program, and then come. Do one get post study after each degree? Of course. I think if you've successfully completed a degree, then that in itself makes you eligible. As long as you've got no issues with your university or whatever school you've gone to, and you've come out with flying colors and stuff, of course, that makes you eligible. You should be able to apply for it. It's completely for freshers, of course. Yeah, it's completely for freshers. But also, if someone is studying in the UK before and you've gone back to your home country and then you decide to, say, maybe come do a fresh master's program and stuff, I'm sure after the master's program, you'll be able to apply for it. You'll be eligible. It's about, the eligibility. But the main point here is the UK government know that they're about to crash out of the EU. So they're doing this. They had to. This is why I said in my previous video about they cater for their own interest. They've realized that it's become really difficult. They have to then go around the world and try to get deals from other countries, and they are moving away from their comfort zone now. So they had to just open up and allow foreign nationals, and particularly from Africa and the rest, and to come, and then hopefully you can then oh yeah, they're very selfish is an understatement. It's a very common practice for, I think that's already a common knowledge. But then again, like I always say, on an end note, when we look at this, I digress, look at what's happening to Nigerians in South Africa. We're complaining about this. They're taking our money in the UK. They're taking that. If you don't build Africa, who is going to build Africa for us? What happens, brother, once the 2 years work visa expires? Go to the UK Border Forces website. Go and do a bit of reading, okay? Go and do a bit of reading, all right? Aha. Oh, hold on. Let me read that again. Nigerians. What happens once you get the 2 years work visa? Do you get indefinite leave to remain? Yeah, if only it was that easy. Really? Really? Do you know what indefinite leave to remain means in the UK? Because they give you 2 years work visa means after the 2 years work visa, they'll give you indefinite leave to remain. If they should make that rule tomorrow, my goodness, 90% of Nigeria is coming here. My God, nah. But then again, just make sure you shop around and look at other, whatever works for you, man. Other countries, there's Canada. There are other, EU countries that are giving fantastic deals, and So, well, Fisayo said UK might not leave the EU after all. We don't know. Let's see what happens, 31st of October. I'm sure the government, they're trying to do everything not to leave the EU. They're dancing around because they're going to lose a lot. There's a huge amount of benefits they're going to lose. So let's see. Let's see how that happens. But just in case they leave on the 31st, this is why they had to put this out for international students, so you can start coming and bringing your money pretty much so that they can make more money. It's as simple as that. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, show your love, man. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely catch you in the next video. Peace and love. Bye now.